The state of Missouri refers to this as a Driver Improvement Program class. Another name for it could be a defensive driving class. That's the skill we'll be teaching. The way I approach defensive driving is to break it down into the three basic tools. The first is preparation. The second tool is anticipation. And tool number 3 is response. Preparation is an underestimated part of defensive driving. Preparation is the tool that allows every other defensive driving tool to work. Anticipation. You're moving in a vehicle in an environment filled with other moving vehicles, people in motion, and variable road conditions. Anticipation means having all the information that you need and the tools to interpret that information so that you can respond in a timely manner. Unless you have the tools to anticipate how other drivers will behave or what road conditions lay ahead, particularly when it's crowded or during poor weather, any response to a hazard may be too late to avoid it. Response means being able to change how you drive to suit the situation. Being responsive means altering speed, how much clear space you try to maintain around the vehicle, when to use the horn, how to navigate a turn or other maneuver to suit the environment, and so on. Ultimately, response comes down to the daily driving habits that characterize a safe driver as well as the response to a hazard or emergency that can hopefully avoid a crash. We'll be using those three tools, preparation, anticipation, and response, as a framework for defensive driving in this class. Now, this is not a typical framework for defensive driving. In truth, there is no one approach that everyone uses. The National Safety Council, for example, lists these three elements as the formula for defensive driving. Recognize the hazard, understand the defense, and act correctly and in time. That's not a bad list, but it just covers how to respond and leaves off what you do to be ready to respond. Preparation and anticipation. Another popular defensive driving system was designed specifically for commercial drivers. Known as the Smith system, developed by Harold Smith in the 1960s, it lists 5 keys to defensive driving. They are: first, aim high in steering. This means look as far ahead as you can. And second, keep your eyes moving. Don't stare in any one direction for more than a few seconds. Third is get the big picture. This means you must have a good general awareness of what's happening all around you. Fourth, you must make sure that others see you, which is pretty self-explanatory. And fifth, always leave yourself an out. Of course, this means keep your vehicle where there's room to stop or steer to escape danger. Again, a pretty good list, but it focused mostly on the second tool, anticipation, without discussing response, or for that matter, the first tool, preparation. Personally, I think preparation is a good place to start. So let's start with a look at preparation now.